the results of that study have not been made public. But it was a topic that was included in the agenda for both of the synods that occurred in October 2023 and 2024. And in the final document that came out of that synod in 2024, the one paragraph that received the most dissenting votes was on exploring further the question of women being ordained deacons. There was a study group set up that was supposed to report to the Pope in June. Now, with a change in popes, I don't know if that will change the timeline, but many of us remain hopeful that that door is open and that it will continue to open the rest of the way to include women in ordained ministries. The question of gay and lesbians, I was so delighted, as many of us were, when Pope Francis famously said, "Who am I to judge?" And it opened a door for acceptance that, again, I hope it's a door that will continue to open wider and wider. I think Pope Francis was so clear that everybody belongs. Everybody needs to have full respect and dignity. Everybody needs to know they are welcome as they are in the church. And I am quite confident that our new Pope will share that perspective and help us take the next steps forward.
Just a quick couple of thoughts about, the fact that there's going to be an American Pope and that he was here in Chicago.
Okay, and I'm looking at you.
Over at him. Yeah,
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's a very emotional day for us, very unexpected, not because we weren't confident that our graduate, who at the time was simply known as Bob, has the qualities and the experience and the heart and the mind to be a fabulous leader for the church. We were mostly surprised because we didn't think it was possible for an American to persuade his brother cardinals that he would be sorry, can you erase that? I don't mean to have it be that he persuaded them. Let me say this, that we didn't think it was possible that the cardinal electors would consider an American colleague as the next pope. But as you well know, he spent very much of his time in ministry in Peru and has a wide global perspective, not only from that time in his ministry, but also these last years when he has been serving as the head of the dicastery for bishops in Rome. He's in touch with the communities all over the world in that ministry, and his leadership has been phenomenal in those ministries. And so we all knew that he would make a fabulous leader for the church, but we didn't expect that the cardinal electors would ask this new ministry of him. We are just over the moon. We are so elated. We're so proud that he began his education in theology here at CTU, and it's here that he first began to hone his theological acumen and his pastoral skills, and what he has done in ministries with those skills since then has just been nothing short of amazing. He's an extraordinary person with a very keen intellect, a heart as big as the whole world, especially for the people who are most on the margins, the people who most get overlooked. In that way, he has some of the same characteristics that Pope Francis did. And he was very close to Pope Francis, and we are quite confident that he'll continue the directions that Pope Francis set, helping us to be a church that uses synodality as a way of being together, of walking together, and being pilgrims of hope, as Pope Francis has asked us to be in this Jubilee year. I'm quite certain that our new Pope, Leo XIV, will continue those directions, and in his own way, and put his own stamp on it, and with the guidance of the Spirit, will lead us in directions that new challenges will present as the years unfold.